everyone. I'm your host, Marissa. I'm here with my co-host, Dystro. Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Happy Sunday, everyone. I hope everybody had a good weekend. It is very, very hot here. It's also very humid here as well, so I'm currently dying in my room.
R.I.P.
Yes, I just die on the episode. and then you have to carry on the episode without me. The show must go on.
The show must go on.
Anyways, welcome to the show, everybody. Glad to have you here. Um, that's something in my mouth. Sorry. These were off to a wild start. I'm also a little bit tired, so I apologize if the vibe is a little off tonight. Like I said, I'm also very hot, so bear with me. So let's get into tonight's episode. So tonight we're doing another top 10 list to add to our top 10 series. Top 10 AEW superstars. Now, we did our TNA one. We did our top 10 TNA superstars quite a while back. So if you guys like to check that out, if you guys haven't done so already, please go ahead and do that. Especially school TNA fan like me and Dystro here.
Yes.
Oh man, I love TNA. Anyways, so AEW, All Elite Wrestling. I believe they started 2018, 2019, if I'm correct.
They started out doing like shows here and there in 2019, but then they come full circle like in late 2019.
Yeah, and they started making their TV debut as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think later that year into 2020, and then COVID hit, and some the
Hey,
crowds kind of disappeared.
hey, they carried us through that pandemic. Let's be honest.
They did. They really did. They were the company at that time, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
They're still one of like the top competitors for companies right now.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the same thing we usually do with every other top 10 list. We're gonna go from 10 to 1, and then we'll discuss at the end why we chose who we chose and stuff like that. We'll talk about the people. I have 3 honorable mentions as well. If you have some dice show, you can go ahead and say them as well when you like.
Oh, I got a lot.
I have 3. I narrowed it down to, well, technically it's 4, but because one's a tag team, but I narrowed it down to 3. Anyways.
I got a lot. So
who wants to go first?
You can go first if you want to.
All right,
I'll let you go first.
I guess I'll go first. All right, so I'm going to start with my honorable mentions, and then I'm going to do my top 10. So, honorable mentions, I put Bryan Danielson, Tony Storm, and then the Acclaimed, also known as Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. And then for my top 10 list, obviously starting from 10, Jade Cargill. Number 9, I put Chris Jericho. Number 8, I put Dante Martin. Number 7, I put Hangman Adam Page. Number 6, I put Eddie Kingston. Number 5, I put Jon Moxley. Number 4, I put Wheeler Yuta. Number 3, I put Chris Statlander. Number 2, I put Wardlow. And, of course, number 1 is, yeah, you guessed it, Orange Cassidy. He's, like, number 1 in my heart.
Okay, so we had kind of similar picks in both of ours, but I had numbered them differently. But I'm gonna go through my honorable mentions, like rapid fire sort of thing. Okay, so I got 9 honorable mentions because it's hard to do a top 10, and
right.
There's like a lot of people that you want in and stuff. Anyway, so Pac, Sammy Guevara before he became a dick, Keith Lee, who is currently the one half of the tag team champions right now, Ruby Soho, Malachi Black, Jungle Boy, Hook, Hangman, and Miro. Yeah. I had Miro in the top 10, but then I switched him out for somebody. So, number 10 is Darby Allin. Number 9 is Dante Martin. Number 8 is Eddie Kingston. Number 7 is Jade Cargill. Number 6 is Thunder Rosa. Number 5 is Chris Statlander, of course. Number 4, it was hard between one of the Lucha Brothers, but I picked Ray Phoenix because he's freaking awesome to watch. And then number 3 is Wardlow, 2 is Orange Cassidy, and then 1 is Moxley.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Moxley has to be in the top 5. Like, there's no doubt about it. Now, speaking of Moxley, what's on my mind? If you guys haven't seen the debate hour, where we did the faces of Jonathan Good, that's his real name, between Dean Ambrose and Jon Moxley, go check that out. That was probably one of my favorite episodes to record, mainly because I know a lot about both of the sides, and I am fortunate enough to be able to have watched both sides of Jonathan Good. So if you haven't already, go check that out as well. Yeah, Jon Moxley has to be the top 5. Like, if you do not have him in your top 5 for AEW, what is wrong with you?
I mean, there was like another honorable mention is Brody Lee,
Yes.
who had passed away during the pandemic and all that stuff, and he was a huge influence on me, especially with like the Wyatt family stuff in WWE.
Yes.
And oh god, my voice cracked. And but like in all seriousness, like he made he can do like a lot of stuff that not a lot of big guys can do. Like he did like not a tope suicide, but like he did like a suicide dive and stuff, and he had like a really good match of the year candidate in 2017 with Randy Orton at Elimination Chamber.
Oh yeah, I
And that was
remember
just
that.
and that was just on like a SmackDown pay-per-view. Like that could have been a TV worthy match, and they put it on pay-per-view. I'm like, damn. like, hey, I mean, he could have been world champion. He could have been anything, but it's like they just never pushed him, and that's what bothers me. They never pushed anybody.
At least with like AEW, they pushed him a little bit though. They pushed him for the
Yeah,
TNT title.
the TNT title and stuff, and it was that was kind of a little bittersweet moment that they gave his son -1 the TNT title and stuff like that to commemorate his father and stuff. So that was kind of nice.
Now I feel like shit. I didn't put that in my honorable mentions. Like, there's so many stars in AEW
Oh
that
yeah,
I love
of course,
that I completely forget about half of them. I'm just like, fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put Brody Lee in my honorable mentions as well. So I apologize. But man, we both have some pretty solid lists. Now, Jade Cargill, I've just started to like her a lot.
Yeah,
I love her catchphrase. I love her catchphrase with Tony.
Cut the shit, Tony.
I love her. I fucking love her.
Okay. I remember her from the Shaq match and stuff like that, and she was kind of green, but then she slowly improved over time.
Yeah.
And that's what's good about AEW and stuff like that. It's like you take some like talent that like the Nightmare Factory or the Nightmare Academy, for example. It's like some of those stars are like, they're green, but over time they'll get better. And Jade did get better. Her in-ring work it's kind of okay, but it's like it just needs to be worked on a little bit. But with Mark Sterling and stuff, like that's getting better and stuff. So she's got a lot of room to improve. And she's got like a huge
I'm
streak.
glad that they put the TBS title on her too.
Yeah.
I'm glad they put the TBS title on her as well. And since we're on the topic of that, I think Chris Statlander might take it. I'm sorry, I'm like totally biased, so.
I mean, hey, I'm with you on that because like that's a good clash of styles too. And plus it's like we know Chris Statlander can have a good match with anybody, and Jade, she can like take Chris Statlander to that next level and stuff. So, I mean, if it happens, it happens. So.
I love Chris Statlander so freaking much. I started liking her around 2021 when I really, really, really started to pay attention to AEW and the feuds and the rivalries and whatnot. I love Chris Stylander. I love her. I love every single gimmick she's done with, the alien stuff, and now this like really badass Chris Stylander, and I love her so much. Like, she's a huge influence for me. Like, she's one of those people that, like, you can't underestimate her. Like, she might look friendly, like, outside the ring, but once you get in the ring with her, forget it. Like, she's just one of those people that, yeah, she's just one of those people that will stand her ground, and, like, she's, like, one of the best female wrestlers I've ever seen. And I'm not even, like, being fucking, what's the word you want to look for? I'm not even over-exaggerating. She is one of the best female wrestlers I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And considering, what happened to her knee, what was it, last year, the year before? How she was out of action for a while.
Yeah, she was out of action for a long time.
I'm glad she came back, and they need to put the title on her next. Honestly, she deserves it.
Yeah, it's like I was saying, like talk about the pushing people thing. It's like they push like certain people, but it's like with now like all of these like ex WWE guys coming in and stuff like that. It's like homegrown AEW talent is kind of like voicing their displeasure, kind of in a way.
Yeah.
So it's like TK, like come on, man, like you got a whole bunch of toys and you're just taking the ones that are shiny and brand new instead of using the ones that have been your talent for so long. So I mean, like Wardlow, for example, like he was like homegrown talent, and it's like you're doing stuff with them, but it's like you were just not pushing them to that extent.
And now look at him.
Yeah, he's TNT champion right now.
Hell, fucking yeah! I'm still like shook about that match on Dynamite between him and Orange. I loved it. It was fucking amazing.
Because you didn't know which one to choose.
I loved it. It was fucking comical. I knew it was gonna be a funny match because like two fucking faces, two baby faces. Two of the best wrestlers on the roster right now. Both deserve a huge push, especially Orange. Obviously Orange is number one in my heart. After because I started watching AEW in 2020 during the pandemic. It was around June or July when I started watching, right during the Orange Cassidy and Chris Jericho feud. I still say because of Chris Jericho, Orange Cassidy has made a name for himself even more because he, beat Jericho not once but twice. And he's had some really funny moments with Jericho too, like the whole orange juice coming from the ceiling, jumping on the inner circle, the debate. I love the debate. It's like one of my favorite fucking segments of all time. That reminds me, I need to watch that again. It's been a while. But yeah, Orange Cassidy has definitely made a name for himself over the years, especially being with AEW. I need to do an episode about him, so I'm not going to ramble too much about Orange because I do want to do a special episode. So if you guys want to see a Let's Talk episode about Orange, stay tuned. But yeah, honest to God, one of my favorite people of all time. He has noticed me on Twitter. And
Wardlow.
Yes, Wardlow too. Orange quote replied to my picture because I dressed up as him last year for Halloween.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
One of my favorite days ever.
That's gotta be like a starstruck moment because you're like,
I was literally in tears. Like, so here's a little backstory. I guess we got time. So I think me and my dad had to go pick up my sisters because they were supposed to be here for the weekend. And it was a Friday. This was at like 2:15 that he had replied to me. I didn't check Twitter until around 3 o'clock because that's when I had to go down and get ready to pick up my sisters. And I checked my phone. I'm like, no way. My notifications were blowing up. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? I thought like I was just going to get random hate or someone was trying to hack me or something. And I scrolled down to the bottom and I'm like, oh my God, Orange Cassidy saw my picture. I was literally I was in tears. I was freaking out because he's another one of my biggest inspirations of all time. And I was literally freaking out. Like, you can ask anybody who knows me, even Dystro. I am literally the biggest Orange Cassidy fangirl you will find. I've got freaking his action figure. I've got 2 shirts, but I'm not done. I'm gonna get more eventually. I just need to save money, but I am literally the biggest Orange Cassidy fanatic you will meet.
Even when we play WWE 2K22, she'll play as Orange.
Yes, I freaking love him. But anyways, enough about him because there's other wrestlers that we need to get to. I will be doing a Let's Talk episode about Orange Cassidy, so stay tuned for that if you guys are Orange Cassidy fans, because I do know a lot about him.
I know somewhat about him, but you'll send me notes, of course.
Yeah. So since I had mentioned Chris Jericho, let's flip to Chris Jericho. Now, yes, he's an ex WWE guy, but listen, hear me out for a minute. If it wasn't for Jericho, a lot of these younger guys wouldn't be getting the push that they deserve. Like 2.0, for example, is finally getting recognition. Same thing with Daniel Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
And Sammy Guevara, too. He got some recognition. And obviously, Jake Hager is another ex-WWE guy, but he's also playing an important role in the Jericho Appreciation Society. I hate that name, by the way. I miss the Inner Circle. I was an Inner Circle fan for a long time. I have an Inner Circle shirt here. I'm pissed because they broke up.
And I was gonna say also Santana and Ortiz too. Like
yeah,
they
Santana
got like
and Ortiz.
a lot of recognition too, because I know some of their work from like Impact.
Yes.
Back in like I think 2018, 2019, somewhere around there, and like they were having like really good matches, like a lot of tag teams. But the one that comes to mind was the Lucha Bros versus LEX match from like Rebellion, I think, from like 2019. And there's a like scary spot between I think Santana and Ortiz and Phoenix. I was like, oh, it was so scary. But yeah, like a lot of the feuds with Jericho, like that's a well-known feud, like well-documented feud.
And now we've got Jericho and Kingston. Like that is fucking badass. I love Eddie Kingston and I love Jericho. So like,
it's and plus it's like it's two masters of the mic. Well, more so Eddie, but like like Jericho like putting over like Dan Garcia as like a top performer or entertainer they call themselves in the business and stuff like that. And 2.0, like they were like just getting demolished in NXT back in the day, and then like I'm kind of glad that they left and went to AEW because like they're getting more recognized now. So
right.
like, it's that that jobber tag team from NXT. So it's like that's enough of the rambling. So
it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, Jericho, he's really helping a lot of these younger stars get recognition, and I do have a lot of respect for Jericho because as a kid, he was one of my favorites growing up, and he forever will be. Since we mentioned Eddie, let's go to Eddie Kingston here. Oh my god, that guy can talk.
Oh yes, he's another inspiration of mine too, because like I try to take some of his promo style into like another server on Discord and stuff. Like I try to take his promo style and stuff like that, but it's like the promo between Kingston and Punk leading up to like Full Gear and stuff. Oh my gosh.
When I think of Eddie Kingston, I think of the promo he did with Moxley. I don't know. I think it was 2020 maybe when they fought, and so yeah, Moxley was bringing it Kingston's past or something like that. This was like I think 2 years ago, so it's been a while. But yeah, that's like the one promo I think about when it comes to Eddie Kingston. Is the one they had with Moxley before they collided and faced off, and then they became partners and stuff like that. My God, though, Kingston and Moxley make a good team. I gotta admit to that.
Yeah, it's like like I was saying too, like another promo that comes to mind is like the Punk and Eddie thing, and then like Kingston can just punk out anybody like on the mic.
He's a brawler.
He's a brawler. He's a loudmouth. He's a brawler and stuff like that. Like, it's just like his promos are just so top notch. Like, I'm so glad that Tony Khan like picked him up when he was like fresh and stuff, because it's just like, oh, that was such a good get.
So who was okay, so I know you didn't have Jade. Is there anyone on your list that I didn't have?
I had Ray Phoenix.
Okay, yeah, Ray Phoenix. Let's discuss him. Man, he can fucking fly.
Okay, he gets a lot of momentum when he goes off the ropes and stuff. That he just like he just like dives and stuff. And he almost kills himself on every dive.
Literally though.
Like it's like I don't know how like he gets injured, but then he comes back like a few weeks later, like it was just nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the whole thing with his I don't know if it was his elbow or
It
something
was
like that.
it was his arm.
Yeah, he fucking dislocated his arm really bad. My dad and I watched it, and we had it recorded, obviously. So we went back and played it in fucking slow mo. And I was like, "Oh man,
Yeah, it was gnarly.
oh that was bad." But he can fucking fly. Wow.
Yeah, like he had like a 5-star match during the pandemic with Kenny Omega.
Hell yeah, bro.
And it's like I don't know what to say, man. You know, like him and Dante, like they could have a a banger if they wanted to. I think didn't they have one just like not too long ago?
I don't fucking remember. There's been so many matches that are so memorable to me that I lose track of all of them, to be honest with you. But I Dante Martin's another one of those good high flyers too. That's gonna make a name for himself.
Yeah. It sucks that his brother Darius got injured again.
Oh man,
It's like add another one to the list, you know? It's like
right.
there's so many damn injuries.
I know. It's like, oh,
Played played with in AEW, WWE and stuff and
like Orange just came back from injury like about a month ago
too long
now.
ago, yeah.
Oh man, like save us, like save these people, bro.
We need them.
Now for my honorable mentions, I put the acclaimed. I love the acclaimed. Like just as of lately, I'm starting to like them. I like how they just freestyle rap about anything, and then the whole thing they have right now with
Ass boys.
yeah, the Ass Boys, the Gun Club. Now I guess they might be feuding with them now.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be kind of cool. I really hope they get pushed up a little bit more on the card. Hopefully get another shot at the tag titles eventually. Oh, I forgot to put best friends on my list.
Oh,
Fuck.
I forgot to put another tag team too, FTR.
Oh, me too. Fuck. Oh no. Fuck. You're right.
Dude, FTR is on like a freaking tear right now.
Oh my god. They got all the gold. Well, except
And
for the AEW titles right now, but
well, I mean they had them, but then they lost them.
I
So, I mean,
know. They're fucking
but
amazing. Ever since they let go of Tully from their little clan.
oh yeah,
Ever
and
since they left the pinnacle, pretty
hmm
much. They are
they
literally
got
like on a roll.
it and stuff, and I think it was just Tully hold them back.
Yeah.
But it's like Tully's with I think like Agents of Agony now, I believe.
Something
And
like
it's
that.
this like fresh new tag team in ROH and stuff. So
There's so many tag teams that need to be pushed, and I could say Best Friends is one of them. They have had banger matches through the pandemic. They were one of the tag teams that carried us through the pandemic. Um,
that's for sure, yeah.
Hell yeah, they put on some really good matches. I'm really surprised they haven't gotten their chance to take a shot at the titles. I'm surprised they haven't even won the titles yet. I love Best Friends so much. If it wasn't for Best Friends, I wouldn't have found Orange Cassidy because he's with them. My
Mm.
God. But the thing is, like, I miss Yuta. And
Oh
this
yeah.
match on Wednesday is going to hurt me so bad. We're finally going to see Trent and Chuck face Yuta, and I think Moxley as well.
Yeah,
It's gonna
Moxley
hurt
and
my
Yuta.
soul because, like, the whole thing with Yuta and Trent, and like Chuck's like the sad dad in the corner, and Orange is just the dad that just doesn't know what's going on.
And Orange is in the best friend's corner too.
Oh, this is gonna hurt my soul.
It's it's gonna be I think it's just like well, I think they're probably just gonna be hyping up like Wheeler and stuff kinda because he's got a match against Daniel Garcia at Death Before Dishonor and stuff for the pure title. And I mean, it sucks to say it, but it's like, I mean, you just never know with AEW, but like you could just see like I could just see Trent like kind of like rolling up like Wheeler and just being like, look, like hey, like I outsmarted you, you know?
Yeah. It's like father versus son. Oh my
Yeah,
god! And then I saw this fucking edit on Facebook. And it was like custody of Wheeler Yuta match. I was like, oh no,
I saw that too.
God, no. But I love Wheeler Yuta. I liked him with Best Friends, but I like him even more now with Blackpool Combat Club. He's done some amazing things. He's put on some banger matches, especially the one with Moxley.
That was
That
good.
right there is like that's like a match of the year candidate right there.
There's so many match of the year candidates in that
This
company.
year, yeah, like especially.
The recent one that Cesaro is another honorable mention too. Like even though he just came in,
Oh yeah,
but
Claudio.
like, Claudia, um, him and like Zack Sabre Jr. at Forbidden Door, that was a good match too.
And then like Orange versus
Will
fuck help.
Ospreay.
Yes. That too. Everyone was saying that was the match of the night at
Oh
Forbidden
yeah,
Door.
that was.
I haven't seen it because I can't watch
Oh,
the pay-per-views.
it, it was so good.
I already know Orange fucking lost. Like even if I watch, I'm gonna get my
Hey,
heart stomped on.
kicked out of like I think like the Hidden Blade like at like a 2.9. It they bit on that, and then like he did the orange punch on Will Ospreay and stuff like that, and Will Ospreay showed it like death, and that was like a 2.9, like 9, and like people just bit on every near fall too. That was so good. I loved storytelling like that.
Yeah. Okay, we have time to talk about one more wrestler, so let's pick one off of your list that we haven't mentioned
Oh
yet.
boy. Well, I was gonna say Darby, but
That is a very
yeah, I know. Uh,
controversial wrestler.
let's not talk about it then.
Do you have Adam Page on your list?
Yes, I have Hangman.
Yes! Yes!
Of course, I like. Why would I not put Hangman?
I mean, like every time I see Hangman, I think of you because of the freaking profile picture you
Oh.
had for Christmas on Discord.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, oh shit, that's Dystro's man.
hey, that was my man.
I'm
That was
surprised you didn't put him as like number one. I'm actually kind of surprised.
okay. Like I had said prior, there's so many people on that roster, and there's only 10 spots.
I know.
So if we did like 20 or something, like I think we would be here for like ever. So, I mean, like I had originally put Miro as number 8, but then I switched him for Eddie Kingston for 8 because Miro, like with his Redeemer stuff, it's like it's okay. And like he had like he carried the TNT title and stuff like that, like for like he carried it for like a long time. And then like like when all that stuff had went down and like he just I think he had like gotten injured and he just came back like not too long ago and all that stuff. So it's like Eddie Kingston's more memorable because of his promos and his matches. So
So where did you put Hangman on your list? I have him as number 7.
I had him as an honorable mention because there was like I said,
Oh. Oh. You give him the
don't go
shaft.
don't go all me.
I'm just
If I
poking.
had put him somewhere, I would say probably like number 4, maybe to
Hangman
knock
has
out
definitely had some banger matches too. Um, like the
the one
one,
with James
yeah,
Alliance.
yes. Also, you're having some connection issues over there. I can hear. It's all good.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
the one with Hangman or the one with Hangman. Yeah, he fought himself. Um, the one with Omega for the world title at I think All Out, wasn't it?
I can't remember the pay-per-views to be honest. And yeah, you just had one with CM Punk too.
Yeah, Like that one was a good one. All the stuff that he did with the Dark Order was a good one.
Yes.
That was a good time.
It was a
Um,
good time. He's really good at storytelling, especially when he was with Kenny, when they were
oh,
partners, and then when
oh,
they split.
the the match that comes to mind when they were tagging was the Revolution match with the Young Bucks and stuff.
Yes, that one.
Went like went like a little bit over time
Yeah.
because like trying to like I think yeah, I think that's what they said. Like it was like long for time, so they had to cut certain like matches down. So I'm like, well, damn. I was like, typical Young Bucks.
Yep. Ah, well, I think that's going to do it for our list. That is our top 10 AEW superstar lists. Did your choices make the cut? Let us know if you guys would pick, something similar to us. Let us know what your top 10 list would be if you're an AEW fan like us. So that adds another top 10 video to the top 10 series. Now, this week coming up, we are dedicating this week to Fall Out Boy and nothing but Fall Out Boy because I have hit another emo fucking phase. I have decided to go back in time to when I was a seventh grader, when I was, I think, 12 or 13, to when I used to listen to Fall Out Boy and when I was completely obsessed with them. That's right. This week, we are doing everything Fall Out Boy. This Thursday, our next episode will be known as Let's Talk Fall Out Boy. We're going to be basically telling you guys everything you need to know about this amazing group, their origins, stuff like that. And then I guess we can announce a week from today's episode as well. To conclude the Fall Out Boy week, this Sunday coming up a week from today, we will discuss our top 10 Fall Out Boy songs of all time. This is going to fucking hurt. This is going to hurt as bad as the Billy Talent one because, like, to me, Fall Out Boy and Billy Talent are like this. Like, they're like, you can't see, but like, I'm crossing my fingers now. They're like this. They're super, super important to me in my lifetime. They're the two groups that I really became obsessed with in a quick amount of time and for a long period of time. And they're two groups that really kind of pulled me through some dark times in my life. When I was 12 or 13 for Fall Out Boy, and now with Billy Talent when I was like 18. And it's up to now, obviously. Well, now I'm 20. But yes, if you guys are Fall Out Boy fans, which I know a few of you guys are, stick around because this week is all Fall Out Boy week. You guys are going to fucking love it. It is going to be a nostalgia trip for me because Fall Out Boy is huge to me. I am a huge Fall Out Boy fan. Unfortunately, when I was a youngin', I wasn't able to collect merch at the time because I was too young to buy shit online on my own. I couldn't buy the CDs, I couldn't buy the shirts. Now I'm trying to make up for lost time and try to get everything, and it's not going too quickly. But anyways, enough of me rambling. So be sure to stick around this week for Fall Out Boy Week if you guys are interested in that. If you guys stuck around to the very end, we greatly appreciate your support as per usual. Be sure to follow us on our social media accounts by clicking the link in the description below, which will take you to Linktree, which has everything you need to see, which is like, your TikTok, your Instagram, your Twitter, your Reddit, you name it. It's all there for you guys, all in one easy little website, just to make it a little more convenient for you guys. So be sure to follow us on our social media, and thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Reckless Paradise Podcast, and we will catch you guys this Thursday to start Fall Out Boy Week. Peace!